Live Twice, Love Once is the second Netflix original of the decade, and the quality gap between this and All the Freckles in the World is so shocking it's hard to believe that the same company produced both of these movies. Live Twice, Love Once is a Spanish film about a maths teacher who is getting Alzheimer's, so he decides to go on a cross-country road trip with his family to find his childhood love. This movie is really, really sad. As you can probably expect from a movie about Alzheimer's, it's very sad. There are some really emotional moments when he gets a stroke of Alzheimer's, and especially when you're reaching the end and it's getting worse for him, it gets a lot worse and more emotional. But that doesn't feel like it detracts from the good parts of the movie, because the good parts of the movie feel so happy. And absolutely the best part of this movie, from every aspect, is the characters. Every single character that you meet in this movie feels like a real person. There are some characters who do some really bad things in it. You feel bad for the other characters, but then those characters can still seem like good people later on, which is more reflective of how the real world works. And it's very difficult for some movies to do. This movie is also really beautiful. It goes to a lot of really beautiful locations. I think it's Spain, but I'm not sure. It goes to a bunch of really beautiful locations and areas, and the cinematography it's decent to show off everything. It's nothing extraordinary, but it's still really nice just to look at everything. And the acting is amazing. There are some child actors in this who do a really great job, but it's mostly Oscar Martin, who plays the lead, who absolutely steals the show and is amazing in every scene he's in. The whole movie is just so beautiful to watch, and I felt like I was watching a masterpiece from beginning to end. Just every scene felt intricately thought through, and the whole plot felt so thought about. Like, the people really worked hard on this. There were some absolutely beautiful moments that just feel so real. It feels like this is actually a story that happened to somebody. Every beat feels so well thought out, and the characters are all so intricate, I guess is the best way to put it. The whole thing, there are small details that you think, oh, maybe that's just a small plot hole, but then it's brought back later in a way that you completely didn't expect, which is really amazing throughout the entire film. My one problem with this movie is the fact that there is a plot hole about a quarter of the way through. Some characters show up somewhere, but then they don't know how to get back, and you just think, well, how did you get there? And that should explain it, but it doesn't. But really, apart from that, this movie is just really great. I don't want to say too much about it because there's just so many incredible moments throughout the movie, so this is going to be another kind of short movie review. But this movie, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. I'm just going to take away that last thing, because there were a couple of moments at the end I felt like we were getting multiple endings, but it still worked beautifully, and for that small plot hole, probably a 9.9 out of 10, but I don't want to give it 10 out of 10, unless I think the movie is absolutely incredible. 9.9 out of 10, let's say. Amazing movie, definitely go watch it, but it's very sad, so if you can't deal with a very sad movie, then maybe you might not want to watch it. But in general, this is easily the best movie of the decade.